Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Everything's Jazz, where everything is about me. In today's video is going to be part 3 of 15 things I wish I knew before entering my 20s. These are the things that I learned while already being in my 20s. I basically just wish I learned these things beforehand, before entering my 20s. If I knew these things beforehand, then my 20s would have been much more smoother. Yes, so this is part 3, y'all. So make sure you like the video. If you like it, make sure you subscribe and drop a comment, and let's get right into the video. We're starting at number 8 because this is part 3. The 8th thing I wish I knew, or I wish I learned before entering my 20s, is don't keep social media on your phone. Social media is a distraction, and comparison is the thief of all joy, because it steals happiness by making you focus on what you lack rather than celebrating your own progress and unique journey. Me not having social media on my phone, I have more time to work on my hobbies, the things that I like to do for fun, such as reading. I read more, I do content more, I'm on top of my editing more. I'm writing a book. That's really what I've been doing for the last like a week, writing a book that I've been started a while ago. I've been started this book last year, and I just been like focusing on it. This is not the first book I've ever written. I've been writing stories ever since I was young, so short stories, long stories that I never finished. This is the first book I'm really dedicated to, and I am going to finish it. I just have more time to do things like that because I don't have social media downloaded on my phone. I have more time to go outside and walk. I have more time to just do other things. I mean, I don't have social media, but I do have YouTube, so I watch YouTube. And when I do watch YouTube, I tend to watch other vloggers and stuff like that, which always tends to inspire me and motivate me to get up and do a video myself or to edit. When I watch other YouTubers, I can't really watch them for long because I'll always just start thinking like, dang, Jazz, you need to edit your video. Like, look how good their video is. Like, go edit yours, girl. Or, Jazz, you need to record something. But it's a cycle because it's always motivating me and inspiring me to work on my own stuff. You know, but I also do watch pointless. I watch murder mysteries, which I should try not to watch. I don't know, like, I met this guy who said that he don't watch stuff like that. He don't watch nothing horror, nothing murder, nothing bad. He only watch funny movies, comedy, happy stuff. And I'm like, ooh, you gotta have a whole different type of experience in life, being that you don't watch, you know, certain things, you know, which honestly we shouldn't be watching murder mysteries and stuff like that, because it fills your head with pointless things and it can influence you. It can, you know, it's just if you're gonna occupy yourself with something, it should be something healthy, like, honestly. But I ain't gonna say I always occupy my mind with healthy things, but most of the time, y'all, I do. Like, most of the time I do, but sometimes I watch baddies. Like, that's definitely pointless. That's fighting, drama, gossiping, like all that. That's not nothing that's feeding my mind healthily. Watch good stuff, consume your mind with good stuff. That's what I would say, okay? And then the comparison thing, I mean, most people, if you on social media and you see other people with loads of money, or they're traveling, or they're dressing certain ways, or, you know, if you're not secure enough, it can make you look at yourself and be like, dang, like, how come I'm not in that position? How come I don't look like that? How come my body isn't shaped like hers? How come my face card don't decline? How come she can afford that? You get what I'm saying? It can make your mind go there. Comparison is the thief of all joy. It is. Like, and just because you're not consciously comparing your life or comparing yourself doesn't mean you're not doing it, because you could do stuff unconsciously, which means you could do stuff without you even knowing that you're doing it. So, or stuff can affect you without you even realizing that it's affecting you, especially if you're not emotionally aware. Yeah. Number 9, heal from your daddy issues so you can stop dating men like your dad. Heal from your mommy issues so you can stop yourself from turning into your unhealed mama. That is how it goes. Whatever female figure, mother figure that raised you in your life, you will 9 times out of 10 turn into her. Whatever father figure masculine energy raised you in your life, if you are a female, you're going to attract those kind of men. If you are a man, you're going to turn into that man and attract women like your mom. That's how it goes. I forgot what it's called, but it's actually, that's how it goes, right? So we need to heal from our daddy issues. I'm gonna use myself for example. I feel like me and my dad relationship started off good, and then I feel like my dad allowed a woman to get in between us, and he switched up on me. He changed on me. He started becoming inconsistent. He started becoming avoidant when it was time to have heavy conversations. I've dated men, I've dated women, right? So it don't matter. Whatever masculine energy I date, because even when I date women, they be masculine energy. When I date masculine energies, we always start off good. Just like I said with me and my dad started off close. We had a good relationship. He used to come get me every weekend. My dad's favorite rapper was Lil Wayne. We used to rap Lil Wayne in the car together. Like, I was my dad's first child. My dad was actually very, like, he was the type to show me off. Like, and the guys that I date, they do the same thing. Like, and then a woman gets between. So when my dad was my dad married this woman, my stepmom. And when he married her, he allowed her to get in between me and his bond, me and his closeness. Like, my dad is attracted to very dominant women, very controlling women. I think because my dad is more on the softer side, that's why he attracts controlling, dominant ass women. Like, with the men that I date or the men that I be talking to and stuff like that, me, like I said, me and them start off close, and then it's always a girl that get in between us. But it don't be just any girl, because it always feels like a betrayal. And the reason that it always feels like a betrayal is because it's always a friend. It's always a bitch that I have around me that I happen to bring around my guy. This is the old me. This is not today me. I'm telling y'all about how I used to be before I learned all these things. Like, before I learned this, y'all, I used to not trip about, you know, just random girls, because it's like if you talk your ex and random girls and all that, I'm not gonna trip about that, because it's like I already be expecting that, because we're not together, we're not in an official relationship, and you're a guy. But when it comes to bitches that you meet through me, bitches that are around me, or bitches that I consider my friend, now you got me fucked up. Now you got me fucked up. You messing with my friend is betraying me. You messing with the random bitch from around the corner that I don't know or don't have nothing to do with me is nothing to do with me. But my friend, that is betrayal. My family, that is betrayal. You do not do that. Like, no, not to me, because I don't play that. I don't share niggas with my friends. I never been that girl. I don't play that. Like, I find that to be illegal, actually, matter of fact. So, but you see the pattern here. It's always a guy. It's always another woman that get in between me and guys. Whether it's my dad, whether it's my daddy. It's like, I'm just playing. It's like, whether it's my dad or whether it's my man or masculine woman, energy stud, whatever. I felt betrayed by my dad, and now every guy that I get with, I feel betrayed by. Why? Because I'm dating men that have the same qualities as my dad, because I did not realize. Now that I'm on a healing journey, I am conscious of it. So now I won't make the same mistake, because now I know. At first I wasn't realizing it. Well, I always knew that I had daddy issues. I always knew I had a daddy wound. I mean, I have a daddy and a mommy wound. I have daddy issues. I have mommy issues. I have both. But I never thought that, I never tied it back into my romantic relationships. Like, I never thought about how me growing up with this type of father figure really shaped the type of men that I am drawn to and that I attract, because they feel familiar. You know, I don't have the proper standards or the proper boundaries to keep inconsistent energy away from me. Well, I didn't have it. I just know when it comes to inconsistent energy, since I know that that's typically what I deal with and what I put up with, I know now, like, okay, the first time I talked to a guy, dated a guy, and he showed me signs of inconsistency, the signs of being here 1 minute and then going the next, or switching up how he act, like just not being consistent with his behavior, consistent with his energy, I'ma run. I'ma run. I didn't used to run before because I wasn't afraid of it. I was used to it. Now, oh baby, I'm running. Because I've been raised partially by inconsistent behavior, I am partially inconsistent myself. I don't feel like I'm more inconsistent than the men that I date, but I feel like they always be more inconsistent than me. But I think the way I express my emotions is inconsistent. I feel like I could be real soft with a guy 1 minute and then real guarded the next, or real sharp, like real maybe like sharp, you know, like more cold, like not. I could be real emotional and soft, and then next minute I'm like I'm cold and guarded or something, like, you know. And I feel like because I'm inconsistent with the way I express my emotions, that's another reason why I get inconsistent behavior in return. You get what I'm saying? So I have to work on myself in order to attract a better caliber of men. I have to heal the inconsistency within me. I have to heal the daddy wound that I have. So yes, y'all have to do that as well. All right. If you grew up seeing your dad, if you grew up seeing your dad beat on your mom, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna attract abusive men. That's the psychology behind it, because you are familiar with it. And depending on how your mom reacts as well, if your mom is the type of woman to put up with it, you are going to learn how to put up with abusive behavior. So when you get older and abusive behavior comes towards you, you're going to already know how to put up with it. So you're going to be more willing to go through it versus somebody who never seen that, who never experienced that. So they have no clue how to put up with that. So they're 9 times out of 10 going to run the other way. That's the psychology behind it, okay? So like I said, my dad wasn't an abusive man. He was just very submissive. I feel like he's a very submissive man who dates controlling women. And my mom, to me, is even a controlling woman. Like, she's controlling. And basically, I'm telling y'all, heal from your daddy issues, and you heal by thinking. You got to reflect on it. And you have to understand your parents are unhealed. They don't know. They're only doing what they were taught. I feel like that's what makes me have compassion for my parents. That's what makes me forgive them. Even my stepmom, like, it makes me even forgive her, because I understand that she's just doing what she was taught by her parents, and they was just doing what they were taught by their parents, and everybody is just unhealed. So it makes it easier for you to forgive people when you realize, like, they're unhealed. Like, and then when it comes to turning into your unhealed mama, for me, y'all, my mom default setting from my eyes as a child was anger. I feel like my mom had a lot of anger and resentment towards her own parents that she never got to express. And I feel like she kind of just took it out on her children. Like, when it comes to her children, she's very, you know, we have rules, follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, there will be consequences, you know, and the consequences depend on how bad you were. My mama wasn't just no crazy abusive woman, especially not from my experience with her. She was just, but she's gonna, you know, my mom has strong authority. She's very dominant. She's quick to anger. And before I started working on my healing journey, I was the same way. Like, when I got into a relationship, it started to come out. Growing up, I watched my mom put my daddy in his place, like Mellow Buck said, okay?
I used to watch my mama put my daddy in his place. You better watch your tone talking to me. Nigga, take out that bass.
But nah, for real, I watched my mom put anybody my mom dated, I watched my mama put people in their place. I watched my mama be the strong one, the masculine one, the one with the authority, the one with the last say so. I watched my mama, like, provide and protect, even though the people she dated, they would be providers too, because my mama wasn't going to date you if you couldn't provide. That was just one thing about her. So the people she would date would be providers, but they would always be submissive. My mama didn't really date men or women that was dominant, you know, because I felt like she likes to have the authority, so she dates more submissive. And that's how I was too. Like I told y'all, the guys that I date, they are more submissive. They are more emotional. I didn't know that I was very dominant and authoritative until I got into my relationship. I didn't even know. I just now learned that about myself. I never really noticed how dominant and authoritative I could be. And then when I was operating in my shadow, I could become controlling as well. And I never noticed it until, you know, I started my healing journey. And once I started my healing journey, I started tapping into my softer side more, because I wasn't only raised by my mama. I was raised by my great aunt as well. So with me being raised with my great aunt partially of my life, my great aunt is a very soft, submissive woman. She's a very like classy type of woman. My mama was a ghetto. Like, my mama was a ghetto. I'm just be honest. Like, my mama was in the hood. She was like running the street. She was partying. She was having fun. My mama stayed in the ghetto. My aunt was more suburban. She was more classy, more soft, submissive woman. She dated dominant men because she was a submissive woman. When I started living with my mom, I started to become more angry and things like that, because that's what my mama showed me. Like, my mama didn't know how to deal with her emotions in no other way except yelling. Like, the main thing my mama would do is yell, but she's the type of yeller that once she start yelling, she do not stop. I started to see that side come out of me when I started getting deeper and deeper into a long-term relationship that I was in. When things were not going my way, I would start to get angry. I would start to become sharp and like cutting with my words. Like, I'll probably cuss my partner out. You know, I was starting to, because that's how I watched my mama deal with her partners. Like, and it will always make me feel like, dang, mom, why you talking to them like that? Like, why you gotta be so mean like that? But what I did not realize was that I was becoming the same exact way. Talking shit. I started becoming like real reckless with my words, and you know, and I was turning into my unhealed mama until I caught myself. And once I caught myself, I on purposely started nurturing my softer side more, which I still am doing. Like, I've always had a soft side, but I used to guard my soft side. Like, now I let it show more. Soft girl era, you know, I'm really just tapping into that side of me. So yeah, make sure you're not turning into your unhealed mama. Healing is important. I use ChatGPT a lot to heal. Like, that's my little advice. If you want to heal, ChatGPT is a great therapist. Reflecting on your past is a great way to heal, but when you reflect on your past, you have to reflect with forgiveness in your heart. You can't reflect with anger. You can't. It's not gonna do you no good if you just thinking about your past and getting angry at the person who hurt you. No, you're supposed to reflect on your past and forgive the person that hurt you, and understand that they were hurt, and hurt people. I feel like when you think of it like that, it makes it way more easier to forgive. It makes it way more easier to move on from something. You know, you just got to understand that everybody do not think the same. Everybody isn't brought up the same, raised the same. Some people are highly religious, some people are not. And religion has a big part to do with a lot of people's traumas, because Christian promotes whipping your children so much in the Bible, whipping your children. I don't know, I hear that a lot. I hear that so much that in the Bible it says it's okay to whip your children. But what you don't understand, you causing that kind of pain onto a child is causing them trauma, for one. And then you wonder why you have a troubled kid that's fighting, just getting into the gang or the crime life. People are getting into that because y'all are whooping these kids. These kids are not scared of nothing. Do you know how bad a whooping hurts? That shit hurts. At this point, if you could take that kind of pain, you're not scared of anything. It's like you're not going to be scared to fight, because technically you've been fighting all your life. You've been fighting that belt all your life. So when you've been fighting a belt all your life, you're not going to back down from fighting a human. You finna take all that anger you got for your daddy or your mama who whooped you all your life. You gonna start whooping other people, because who are you really mad at? You're really mad at your parents, right? But then you have to understand, your parents were whooped. They were whooped, and they were taught that that's okay. It's in the Bible. Number 10. The 10th thing I wish I known before entering my early 20s is how important it is to intentionally focus on being present. By breaking free from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, you will experience a higher quality of life. Okay, I feel like that is very self-explanatory. Don't dwell on the past. Don't worry about the future. Stay present. If you ever find yourself dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, ground yourself in the present by being like, okay, what am I looking at right now? The gray sky. What am I doing? What am I touching? What do I see? What do I hear? What do I smell? Another way to ground yourself back into the present is taking cold showers, splashing cold water on your face. You're not going to be able to focus on nothing but how cold the water is, so that would take your mind off the past or the future. Okay, it's no point on dwelling on the past because you cannot change it. So there's no point in dwelling on it. There's no point in worrying about the future because you're not there yet. Always think about how much progress you made so far right now today and celebrate it. Celebrate it. You may not be where you want to be at, but look how far you have came today, right now, and celebrate it. Number 11. The 11th thing I wish I knew before entering my 20s is, I think this is going to be the last one, y'all. When something doesn't work out in your favor, that's literally the universe redirecting you elsewhere. Yes. If you see 444, just know that means protection. The universe, God protects you by placing obstacles in your path, because whatever you have planned is not meant for you to do it. Okay, y'all, that's gonna be the last one because I'm tired of talking. So make sure you like this video if you like it, you comment your thoughts, subscribe, and I hope that these videos are helping y'all a little more. And if you did not see the first two videos, they will be linked down in the description below. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.